Most universities have adopted feeding schemes to lend a helping hand to poor students. But funding and manpower are among the challenges to its sustainability. Research shows that food insecurity across the country's campuses has reached 30% nationally, while this number rises significantly at previously disadvantaged institutions.
It should not be acceptable that our students are going to bed hungry. It should not be acceptable that our students have to go to classes for days on empty stomach. And so the Dullah Omar Institute is asking the South African Human Rights Commission to probe into this issue, to have engagements with national departments on this issue, and to make concrete policy and legislative recommendations to Parliament to be able to, both in the short term and in the long term, address food insecurity on campuses.
Students say there's a direct link between poverty, student hunger and their inability to complete their studies. Many are forced to drop out to find employment to put food on the table.
Even though there's a funding model, NSFAS, that has been put into place, but there are policies, therefore, that do not allow other students to have access to their food allowances, which is your committed students. Because in the policy of this year, if you remember what a protest that was at NSFAS, it was exactly to address this issue. Because we've seen the impact of the allowances being stripped up and taken away from students and what impact it has had. Because, of course, we're not saying that NSFAS is enough for students, but as a means, as a model that was put into place to address these issues that students are experiencing at university.
The South African Human Rights Commission in the Western Cape says it supports the initiative.
Obviously, there is a need for urgent interim relief that can be in the form of urgent engagements with Parliament as well as the Minister to see what interim relief one could get. It could, hopefully that would not be necessary, but it could also be urgent relief through the courts. But I think it's important for students who are suffering from food insecurity to come forward so that we can take their statements and we can take their matter forward on a very urgent basis.
The Commission has committed to lobbying for solutions to address student hunger. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.